Welcome to the Go Influence Life podcast, the place for people who want to rise above the noise, stand out from the crowd, and create lasting influence in leadership, business, and beyond. I'm your host, Christian Hansen. I'm the best-selling author of the LinkedIn Top 10 ranked book, The Influence Mindset, the art and science of getting people to choose you. Together, we're going to dive into inspiration, motivation, and application for success and influence. In this week's episode, we're going to talk about a simple strategy that can amplify your impact and influence and help you go further than you ever imagined. A few months ago, I had an early morning layover in the Amsterdam Schiphol International Airport, and I faced a dilemma that frustrates millions of travelers every single day. Where could I get something decent to eat that doesn't cost an arm and a leg? If you've seen food at airports, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Shrink-wrapped sandwiches you can't even unravel, salads that have been sitting there for days, and you want how much for that bag of chips? Luckily, I passed by the American-themed Silver Screen Bar, an open grill restaurant that touted their breakfast sandwiches. It was close to my gate, and I decided to give them a try. To say I was pleasantly surprised is an understatement. I watched as this one chef commanded the grill like it was an art form. She worked hard, handled an onslaught of incoming orders, and still managed to keep a smile for every employee that grabbed her attention. When my breakfast sandwich arrived, it was incredible. I was shocked. The bread was fresh, the bacon was perfectly cooked, and the combination of spices made it genuinely one of the best breakfasts I'd had, airport or not, in a very long time. I was blown away, and I wanted to express my gratitude. Catching the attention of a hostess, I asked, "Can you please tell the cook that this was the best breakfast sandwich I've ever had, both in and out of an airport? Please tell her thank you for making my day better." She smiled and immediately walked to the open kitchen. I stood back in the crowd, not wanting to catch attention. How would the chef react? When the hostess shared my message, the chef's eyes lit up, her smile widened, and her shoulders loosened as the stress of a busy morning lifted. Scanning the crowd for a responsive face, she looked for me, but how would she even know what I looked like? Shrugging, with a smile on her face, she returned to the remaining orders with a lightness and energy that made her stand a few inches taller. She felt appreciated, and I watched how she even put more love into the food for her customers. What does this have to do with influence and success? Any success you reach will come because of the help of others. Do you take the time to appreciate and recognize them? As you've probably noticed in your own life, the ripple effects of simple moments of recognition can last decades. When I was an 8-year-old Cub Scout, I got to participate in the granddaddy of them all, the Troop 398 Pinewood Derby. Here's how it worked. Each Cub Scout received a block of wood to carve or paint into a small car, and on a weeknight we would meet and race the cars down a slanted track to see which was fastest. To be honest, my dad did most of the work in helping me carve, sand, and paint, but I was sure proud of our little car. It was fire truck red and had blue electric tape racing stripes, for extra speed. Then the big night came. As we all walked in with our cars in all shapes and sizes, a table of trophies awaited us. To my 8-year-old eyes, this was bigger than NASCAR. At the end of the night, my red menace, as I called it, fared a respectable third place, but that standing remains officially in question as the judge, my friend's dad, discovered an illegal substance, WD-40 oil, had improperly been used to lubricate the plastic wheels of the winning car. Cub Scout cheating at its absolute worst. A heated debate ensued. The rule books were brought out and questioned, but no disqualifications were officially issued. However, the 1992 Troop 398 Pinewood Derby results were forever tarnished by scandal. But for me, the highlight came when, at the end of the night, I received a trophy for coming in third place. I don't know what parent took the extra time to go to our local trophy store to have these made, and I don't know how much it cost. But this little trophy gave me a gift I couldn't have understood at the time. I felt recognized. I felt proud of myself. And the little jolt of confidence into my 8-year-old heart gave me the courage to try new things in and out of school. that later changed my life. It gave me the courage to try out for a school play. It nudged me to apply myself more in my studies. It gave me confidence to make new friends. That trophy meant someone believed in me. And today, I can clearly point to professional opportunities and other successes that stem from that little burst of confidence I received all those years ago. That's the power of recognition. Can you remember a time when you felt recognized and appreciated? How has it affected your life? More importantly, who is someone today that deserves recognition? What simple way can you acknowledge their importance to you? Even though that little car had no engine, it was just made of wood, and its racing career began and ended in one single night, I can honestly say it's given me more mileage than any other car I've ever driven. That's because you never know quite how far a kind word, a sincere note, or a genuine compliment may go. And who knows, maybe it will take you all the way to Amsterdam, too. Thank you for joining me for this episode of the Go Influence Life podcast. My hope is that you have found ways to rise above the noise, stand out from the crowd, and create lasting influence in leadership, business, and beyond. If you have found this to be helpful, please share it with someone else who could use some inspiration, motivation, and application for their own journey of success and influence. Remember, abundance of opportunity never comes from scarcity of thought, and success isn't about being outstanding, it's about standing out. How can you go influence life today? I'm your host, Christian Hansen, and until next time, God bless.